I think there's nothing better than a YMCA that really does point a light and shine on families and individuals in a way that is so complete. I was out making a call yesterday to try to raise some more money for the Y, and I said that if I had to look at any single thing outside of my family that taught me character, values, and taught me about other people in life, the YMCA played a major factor in my life in doing that, and I really have never forgotten it. So this is truly a special day. It's a special day for all of us associated with the YMCA of Greater Seattle, because it's not just a chance to dedicate the last of 3 YMCAs, but also because it provides us an opportunity to recognize an individual without whom it is fair to say this YMCA might never have been built. As you can imagine, it's not an easy thing to undertake a capital campaign the size of $40 million. This $40 million, it's all about community capital campaign, especially in the heart of South King County. It's where the needs are greater and the communities are more diverse and the traditional philanthropy is not as well developed. As we considered where to build these new facilities, which serve as the cornerstone of our programs and activities, one person took on the role of special champion for this community and campaigned passionately from the beginning to ensure the success we are celebrating today. He had the vision for a place where everyone is welcome and people of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities connect with one another and their community through the comprehensive YMCA programs and services. Building on almost 30 years as a key volunteer leader for the YMCA of Greater Seattle, the man we honor today agreed to co-chair the organization-wide It's All About Community Capital Campaign. It's the largest capital campaign in the history of our association and one of the largest ever undertaken by a human services agency in Puget Sound. Besides being a generous donor to the YMCA, along with his wife, Evelyn Rosner, who's with us today, along with his proud mother, Dorothy, he has been the major fundraiser for the YMCA for the past 25 years. Perhaps most importantly, he demonstrates the exemplary kind of volunteerism and philanthropy that motivates and encourages others to follow his example. So it is a lasting tribute to his tireless work, his deep commitment, and his passion for making dreams come true. We named this wonderful facility after him. This facility is a beacon. It's a beacon that points a light to the community and says all is welcome, that they can come. But every beacon has someone who lights the candle, turns on the lights, and makes it shine. And in my mind, that one individual could be no other better person than Matt Griffin, who we honor this YMCA today. Matt, we are proud to name this facility after you, but we're proud to call you friend. Come forward, Matt.
You're tough on me.
You got it.
You're tough on me.
You got it. You got it.
No. Thank you. Why do I always have to follow the best speakers? You know, as many of you know that know me well, I'm fairly overwhelmed by all this. You know, I'm the kind of guy that you sort of give him a job and you ask him to do it, and we're just supposed to go do the job, and you don't realize that you're doing anything special because you're trying to just do what you signed up for. You know, it's sort of like me being asked to raise money 30 years ago for the YMCA. I guess I'm not done. You know, maybe I'm a slow learner. But you know, if you'd indulge me just a little bit on this and about why I've been so passionate about this campaign and in particular about this facility. You know, I grew up in sort of the Rainier Valley, Seward Park area of Seattle. My mother was here in the front row, was a school teacher. My father was an insurance salesman. And I'm not going to say which of those 3 things that Bob named and the other one that he didn't name that I was involved in as a youth. But I definitely had a little bit of a mixed sort of upbringing from my standpoint of what I did. And my parents were good to try to influence me and nudge me in the right way without being domineering. And they did it by trying to sort of nudge me towards some youth sports that were healthy, or nudge me towards some kids that I ought to spend time with, or where I ought to go to school. And what happens, obviously, is by who your friends are and where you decide to establish your community, it makes a lot of direction on where you end up at the end of the day. And so for a guy that grew up in a simple, warm family, I got lucky. I got lucky because my parents made some good choices. And in this campaign, I believe so strongly that what this whole area of Highline and SeaTac deserves is a better facility for the YMCA to bring those opportunities to the kids and families of this neighborhood. You know, there are so many bright kids and families here that want to do the right thing, haven't been as lucky as some of us. And if we can put them in contacts with the healthy lifestyle or with some caring adults, we never know for sure when we've just created that bond between them and an adult. When they get to a place in life and they've got a complex decision to make, now they've got a friend to go ask. You know, I mean, I don't know about all you, but I look back on my life, and it's funny how I came to some of those crossroads. And Mom, I did come to you a couple times, but usually it was somebody you'd introduced me to before and sort of hoped that I'd have that kind of relationship with. They made the differences, you know, and sometimes it kept me out of some pretty good trouble. Sometimes it also helped me sort of reach for or aspire for something that's greater than I thought was possible. And so when I was out sort of helping to raise money in this campaign for this facility, you know, it was about creating that opportunity for these kids and these families in this area who, you know, many of them have been lucky, but not all of them have been as lucky as some of us. So nothing will thrill me more than to see this facility be filled with a bunch of teenagers and preteens, as well as some adults, you know, participating in these programs and hopefully creating those kind of bonds between adults and kids that make a difference. And for all those that are parents, and my mom was here to attest to it, that I didn't always listen to my parents. And, you know, Mom, I'm here to admit today that you were right when you asked me to take my motorcycle out of the house. I haven't been willing to confess it all these years, but I thought about it today. You were right. I shouldn't have had it in the living room. She said it still wasn't easy. But it's a great honor for me to have my name on this YMCA facility, and nothing will make me more thrilled than to see a bunch of great kids and families come out of the programs that are here for the YMCA. So thank you.
Our ribbon cutters today are Matt Griffin, his wife Evelyn, and mother Dorothy. Thank you for being here, as well as young people who represent those who we will be seeing in our wonderful new facility. Okay, I think we're ready. Can you help me with the countdown on this? Starting at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey!